My husband asked why I sleep on the couch every night. Should I tell him what I heard? It started 3 weeks ago when I got up for water at 2 a.m. I heard voices coming from our bedroom. My husband talking to someone on the phone. She's so predictable. Goes to bed at 10 every night like clockwork. Yeah, I know exactly when she's asleep. I froze outside the door, heart pounding. The life insurance policy? $2 million? She has no idea I increased it last month. My blood went cold. I pressed myself against the wall, straining to hear every word. No, she doesn't suspect anything. Still thinks I'm the perfect husband. Makes coffee every morning, kisses me goodbye. It's almost too easy. The person on the other end must have said something because he laughed. Actually laughed, right? 15 years of marriage and she trusts me completely. Poor thing. I heard footsteps approaching the door. I crept back to the living room and dove onto the couch just as he appeared in the doorway. Honey, why are you out here? Couldn't sleep. Bad back, I whispered, keeping my eyes closed. He stood there for what felt like forever before going back to bed. That was the first night I slept on the couch. Well, pretended to sleep. The second night, I heard more details. The hiking trail reservation is confirmed. Eagles Peak, just like we talked about. That section near Devil's Drop is perfect. No cameras, no witnesses. Devil's Drop. I knew that spot. We'd hiked there on our anniversary 2 years ago. He'd joked about how dangerous the cliff edge was. She loves taking photos there. Always wants me to get the perfect shot of her by the edge. This time, I'll make sure she gets close enough. My hands shook as I recorded everything on my phone, hidden under a couch cushion. Night 3 brought new horrors. The grieving widower act won't be hard. I've been practicing in the mirror. Devastated husband who just lost his soulmate in a tragic accident. He paused, listening. Of course, I'll wait a respectable amount of time before dating again. Maybe 6 months? A year at most? Grief is exhausting, you know? By night 4, I learned about his girlfriend. Apparently, she'd been pushing him to take care of the problem for months. Sarah keeps asking when we can finally be together. She's getting impatient, says she's tired of sneaking around. Sarah, my yoga instructor. The woman I'd been confiding in about my marriage troubles. The one who suggested this hiking trip to reconnect with my husband. Night 5 revealed the timeline. This weekend is perfect. Weather forecast shows light rain. Trail will be slippery. Makes the accident more believable. He'd thought of everything. The weather, the location, even the time of day when fewer hikers would be around. For 2 weeks, I gathered evidence, recorded conversations, took screenshots of his increased life insurance policy, documented his late-night phone calls. I also started making my own plans. Last week, I called his brother Mike. We'd always been close. Mike was the one who introduced us. He's also a detective with 20 years on the force. I need your help with something, I told him. But I need you to trust me and not ask questions yet. Mike knew something was wrong. Whatever you need, sis. I sent him everything. Mike called me back within an hour. That's when we hatched our plan. Last night's phone call was the final piece. Tomorrow's the day. The trail has that cliff section at mile marker 7. One little push during the photo op. Make it look like she slipped taking a selfie. His voice was so casual, like he was discussing the weather. This morning, he made breakfast and smiled. Ready for our romantic getaway tomorrow, babe? I smiled back. Actually, I invited your brother Mike to join us. You know how he loves hiking. His face went white. Mike's a detective. Why would you do that? I thought you'd want family there. You know, in case something happens to me. He's been pacing all morning, making frantic phone calls. Mike just texted me. Got your message. Backup will be stationed at the trail. We'll get him. Tomorrow's hike is going to be very interesting. I found my mom's old diary in my stepdad's office, and what I discovered changed everything. I was cleaning out boxes in the attic when I found it. A small blue notebook with flowers on the cover. I thought it was just another photo album, but when I opened it, I saw my mom's handwriting from 15 years ago. I knew I shouldn't read it, but one sentence caught my eye. I can't tell anyone the real reason I left Mark. Mark was my real dad, who mom always said abandoned us when I was 3. My hands were shaking as I kept reading. The truth hit me like a truck. My dad hadn't abandoned us at all. Mom left him because she was scared. He had a gambling problem and lost their entire savings, their house, everything. She wrote about how he begged her to stay, promised to change, but she couldn't risk it with a baby to protect. But here's the crazy part. My stepdad Dave knew about this diary. I found a note stuck between the pages in his handwriting. Use this if she ever tries to leave. He was keeping it as insurance, threatening to tell me the truth if mom ever divorced him. I took pictures of every page and drove straight to my mom's work. When I showed her, she broke down crying. She admitted Dave had been using this secret to control her for years. She was too ashamed to tell me the truth about dad, and too scared of losing me if she left Dave. I hugged her and said, Mom, you protected me once by leaving dad. Now let me protect you. We packed her bags that night. Dave came home to an empty house and a note that said, I found the diary. Game over. Now mom and I are starting over. And yesterday, I got a text from my real dad. Turns out he's been sober for 12 years, waiting for a chance to make things right.
My parents disowned me, so I became rich, but now they want me back in. I wasn't accepted into med school. I was rejected by my family. Disgraceful, my father hissed, tossing my theater program acceptance across our dining room. Whitakers produce doctors, not performers. When I refused to reapply, he drained my accounts, sold my car, and changed the locks. Security escorted me off our estate. I had $43 in a duffel bag to my name. I washed dishes at a diner, practiced monologues at night. My theater scholarship disappeared after my father called them personally. The Whitaker Foundation will never donate if you admit my confused son. May, a co-worker, noticed me rehearsing. Her grandmother owned a failing theater needing renovation. While scraping paint, I discovered original Art Deco murals beneath a historical treasure. The restoration made local news. A Broadway designer saw the story and offered me an assistant position. I worked 18-hour days, sleeping in the workshop. When our lead designer quit mid-production, I stepped in with designs that earned standing ovations. 5 years later, my production design company won me a Tony Award. The text arrived during the after-party. We saw you on television. We've always been proud. The next day, a letter mentioned the Whitaker Foundation's unfortunate financial reversals and requested reconciliation. I sent one item in reply, a check for exactly $43, the amount I had when they discarded me. The memo line read, payment in full for everything you ever gave me. My 10-year-old biological son keeps telling my adopted 12-year-old that she's not really family. No matter how many times I explained how cruel it was, he kept going. Every family dinner, every car ride, every moment they shared, he'd find a way to remind her she didn't belong. During our Disney trip, he crossed a line. While waiting in line for Space Mountain, he started up again. I pulled my daughter aside and whispered, "Don't let it bother you. We didn't choose him. We were stuck with him. But you? We chose you. He's only here because he's too young to leave at home." I saw the smile spread across her face, felt proud of my parenting win. But that night at the hotel, a knock changed everything. A social worker stood at our door, face grim. My daughter's adoption papers? All fake. She'd been kidnapped as a toddler, trafficked into the system. Her real family had been searching for years. My son's words came crashing back, haunting me. He'd been right all along. She wasn't real family, but not in the way he thought. For weeks, he cried, processing the truth about his sister. The girl he'd pushed away wasn't just adopted, she'd been stolen. 27 years later, we're still a strong, happy family. The son who once couldn't see her as family, he went on to adopt his own siblings, expanding our family even further.